Hey, so Kirby Star Allies, similar to Kirby the Crystal Shards, allows you to blend abilities together. A fun mechanic that I'm about to throw completely out the window. Can you beat Kirby Star Allies without copy abilities? Quick rundown of the rules. If I pick up a copy ability, I have to either immediately restart the level or drop it. There's no in between because, without copy abilities. And I am going to allow allies, otherwise I believe this challenge would be way too long and tedious for a YouTube video. So with that out of the way, let's get right into it. Starting off in Honey Hill, I got my main cast for the journey being Kirby, Dribbly, Sir Kibble, and Burning Lee. The next two levels went by with no issue, and by the time I'd gotten to Fruity Forest, I wasn't stoked in the slightest, as Green Garden's mini-boss didn't go so well with this CPU, which was definitely worrisome considering, well, I can't really fight. Anyways, once in Fruity Forest, it ended up being kind of easy, but I did swap out Dribbly for Parasol Waddle because, look at this guy, he's just so adorable. Then, onto the last level in Dreamland, Crash at Castle DDD, where Kirby and Parasol Waddle almost died. Luckily they didn't, and we reached the end. Guess we still have 3 more worlds left. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Anyways, onward to Planet Popstar. So Planet Popstar, from my memory at least, was incredibly short. Just about 5 levels, which, yeah, that's how many were in Dreamland. Well, that was a surprise to me. Anyways, starting off with Friendly Field, where I noticed the enemies were getting tougher, but nothing too noteworthy. The next level, my favorite in the game, Reef Forest, was also a breeze. In fact, it was going smoothly into Sacred Square, where I had to leave the level after picking up an ability. I realized the team I had wasn't going to cut it, all but confirmed when I had to sacrifice Sir Kibble twice. I was heartbroken, but kept on. Eventually I made it to Oh no. So, it was here I thought the run was over. Mandatory copy ability. Luckily, after some time, then I just kicked it out of the way and I got completely demolished. So I scrapped that team and came in back with the Parasol Waddle Dee trio, which died twice. Go figure. I ended up getting bored fighting and shot one of them to the sword where, just look at that, they grabbed it. I ended up beating it like that, albeit barely. So I knew I had to do some layoffs. So I went to Dream Palace and laid off 2 of them, leaving me with a single Parasol Waddle Dee and headed on to Jam Bastion. I didn't really know what to do at this point. I was worried, in fact, but knew I had nothing to lose. So I headed straight into Gatehouse Road. There I got Como and Ness, I hope I'm pronouncing their names right, to join the journey. And had little to no trouble for the rest of the world up until Longview Corridor, where I died to a jump, but Blue Girl, I can't be bothered to learn their names, went down easily. Had another stupid death on Inner Sanctum, where the same thing happened with Red Girl going down easily. And then died like 5 times, including Reset, where I accidentally picked up an ability in Heavenly Hall, where Yellow Girl also went down easily. I ended up having to swap out Como for a plug, and we headed out into space. So space was always a weird area for me, being like a final gauntlet, but not feeling much like one. Without expecting too much issue with how I had been handling this team, I went straight on into Planet Earthfall. To be honest, most of this world was easy. The end-on level world. There wasn't really a difficulty spec until the last level, which I'll go over. The thing is, I really struggled to beat the last level without a challenge because, I suck at video games. So going in, I was nervous, since the AI, what we'll be relying on the most, doesn't do good without health refills. The good side was having access to every ally in the game, which eased me a bit. I did change my team along the way, but it doesn't matter since Parasol Waddle Dee was the only survivor. Speaking of him, when I got to the room before the arena, I knew he wasn't going to cut it. He was with me the longest, since Dreamland, all the way to the end. I ended up cutting him though. Then took 10 minutes of attempts until I found Gim. Once again, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Please don't sacrifice me to the Kirby gods. It was doing really good, so I ended up making a team of only Gim. And what did you know? I beat the rope dude. Yeah, like I said, I'm not learning their names. Then I had won. As final battle, didn't have any copy abilities to even pick up. So yes, you can beat Kirby Star Allies without copy abilities.